Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum here after the daily candle close. We are still watching if Ethereum has completed the correction in this wave 4. Yeah, it certainly did get into the yellow support area, so it did complete the minimum requirements. Talked about that support area in the previous videos, and the expectation for yellow wave 4 was to get into this region between 1251 and 1230. And I told you that as long as we stay above 1230, I still expect a fifth wave to the upside, possibly into the $1,300 region or the low $1,300 region. Shouldn't really get above 1305. If it goes above 1305, probably something a little bit more bullish is going on. Okay, so we are now here in this scenario, and we can see that we talked about this bull flag, by the way. It's currently trying to break out. That is certainly quite a big, impressive candle here on the 30-minute chart. Nothing too substantial, but it certainly is breaking out. Now, the hourly candle is going to close in 4 minutes. I would say it's probably going to stay above it. It has already broken above the wave 2 high, so this labeling is already wrong. So what it still could be, it could still be that, yeah, that the wave 2 is just about being finished. But it should really turn around now to the downside. I'm still looking for lower as long as we stay below the B wave, because we haven't really reached ideal. I mean, we've come into the support area, but ideally you want to go a little bit lower, have a clearer correction in this C wave. However, minimum requirements have been fulfilled, as I said, and we have come down with this C wave, if it's already finished, below the low of the A wave. So, you know, it's certainly possible that it's finished. It could break out now, but it needs to rally above 1259 to give us the evidence. So if it rallies now, it rallies a little bit earlier than expected, but that's what it is. And it's certainly, looking at the bigger picture, it completed the minimum requirements. So as I always say, when these coins or these prices go into these regions, those support areas or resistance areas, we need to be ready at any point that it could turn around and move. But one green candle is not really enough evidence, so need to be watching it. There is no way for me to tell the low is in. I would actually say it's not in based on likelihood, because ideally the C wave should go a little lower. The ideal target is 1239, but obviously I see the green candle, I see we're breaking out of the channel, so time will tell if we break it, and that would be the breakout point. I would have liked to see it a little bit lower, come back a bit more, do a little bit of a longer correction here to the downside, get to 1239 or even 1230 and then move up. But if it goes up earlier, it goes up earlier. Certainly not invalidated, certainly doesn't invalidate the move, and still in line with larger expectations that we will still see that wave 5 here to the upside, which would most likely complete a C wave of wave 2. What happens afterwards, that is not entirely clear yet. There are two possibilities. The first possibility is we find resistance sort of here, you know, with that next high. It could be, you know, 1270, I think. No, 1270 is the previous high. So let's just calculate first where the wave 5 ideally should go to. For that we take the length of the third wave, and we just assume now to calculate it that the low is already in. Then the target would be 1290, the ideal target, yeah. That's one way of measuring. We measured before the $1,300 level as well. If I take the other instrument, if I take the A wave and the B wave, it takes us to 1,300. So, you know, around the $1,300 level, maybe already 1290. So I would be preparing for a turnaround below that. But if we reach that area, that 5-wave move here should be exhausted. Yeah. So what I'm looking for then is a move down. And the question is now, are we in the blue count? The blue count would send us down probably to $1,000 straight away. I mean, not in a straight line, but it would start a pretty massive move down. Okay. However, we could be in the green count. Yeah, we talked about that extensively. The green count would suggest we are actually in a larger C wave, bottomed here in a B wave, and are moving up in a 1, 2, 3. We should then, when we peak in that 1300 area, move down in a wave 4, avoid an overlap with the A wave. So it would be a pretty shallow retracement, and then should get one more leg up. So I will be able, as soon as we get there, I will be able to give you a support region that you can watch out for. that will be then the next decision point. Yeah. Unfortunately, both patterns look very similar in the structure-wise. Therefore, we can't really say which one is more likely, in my opinion. It will be very, very interesting. I'm very curious to see how we are going to react. There should certainly be a wall up here, a ceiling, and we should come down. The question is only, is it going to be an impulsive move down in the third wave? We should be able to recognize that fairly quickly. Or is it going to be a corrective move down in a wave 4? Yeah, so that will be interesting. I will definitely observe that for you. Looks at the moment we're getting closer to the 1259 level, but it's not confirmed yet. We haven't broken above the B wave high yet. And don't get me wrong, the move down wasn't really impulsive. So technically it's also possible, and it's extremely difficult at the moment. Yeah, technically it's also possible that all of this here, technically it's possible that this B wave is still resetting higher. So don't think this is, if we break above that 1259 level, is 100%, we're definitely going to go up. No, it's not. It's not, unfortunately. Things are pretty fluid here on the lower time frames. But the 1236 level, the 78.6 retracement will be the next resistance then. Getting above that will increase the likelihood even more that we're going to go up, and the 1269 will obviously be the breakout point. Fortunately, it's pretty overlaps, and it's not very clear because we haven't done actually enough to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised, even if we break above the B wave, that all of this is still part of the B wave. Yeah, so A wave down, B wave up, and then the C wave down. That all of this was just an A, B, and we're now already in the C wave up. I know it's pretty complicated, but that happens when you analyze the lower level waves. You just need to be aware of the possibilities, and that the higher level expectation is still higher as long as we're holding the support area. Everything else is ideas, potentials that the market needs to show if the chart can realize it, right? But these are the important levels here, 1259 and then that 1263 level, because that's again the 78.6% retrace, and the B wave would normally not retrace above it, but B waves do all sorts of funny stuff as well. So all eyes need to be on that support level here. And yeah, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.